The cameras is wrong. Will cut out so they don't know who you're talking about to say.
When he was here on the podcast and he walked in, did you not notice that like when he was walking, maybe one leg was like dragging?
I
noticed.
Ooh. See, you know they didn't see him walk. I saw him walk.
Does he walk weird?
I don't know what kind of limp he has, but it's just I don't know. Maybe something's wrong.
What happened between you?
Why we stopped talking? Oh, because I found out the guy was a psycho. And one of my mates, because when I posted him, one of my mates was like, yeah. And she was like, girl, why? And then I was like, and then she was like, he pulled out a knife on someone at a party like 2 weeks ago. Be careful. He seen someone that he didn't like. So he went into the kitchen of the party and then got a steak knife and started swinging. And then obviously
was he joking or?
I see that. I see him doing that. I mean, not lying. It sounds like what you're doing.
Did you guys not hear on the first? These two kids, a guy and this girl went up to oh, why'd you act black when you're white? And then he got his mates to hop the two of them. Yeah.
Wait, this is I can't process. So he's a psycho because he whipped out a knife. That's like.
But that is pretty crazy.
He's not crazy and Blanche. That's light work.
When they bring a machete, guys, they bring a machete to the beach. Of course,
dude, I've got a knife.
Let me tell you, that would never happen in Carlo. Okay,
no,
just saying.
I'm not deflecting from the topic. It is, but is that why you think he's a psycho, or was he a psycho to you?
No, he was a psycho to me. He used to argue with himself. Girl, I have the messages.
Do you know what's so funny? She doesn't even realize what she's saying is so funny.
He argues like so. In what, like, is he protective?
Am I allowed to? Well, I won't use names, but everyone.
We can bleep out the name.
Yeah,
if you want us to bleep out the name.
Public relationship.
Yeah,
with another girl that is very bait because of who her uncle is.
Who's her uncle?
Is done.
Oh, yeah.
Who's her uncle?
Mo Hits Records. It's again. What they call? Come on, wow, you guys are. It's me trying not to say name. I should just say name.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So when me and him were like in the situationship, I guess he used to like make videos and TikToks indirecting her, and that's why they kind of like blew. Like that's why he blew up. And he used to phone her grandma and post shit like, "Oh, my ex's grandma still wants me back in her life." So I hit him up. Actually, let me see if I
put your mic closer, babe.
She's got receipts.
Is the camera on her?
I texted him and I was like,
just move this closer. I want to make sure that mic is hearing you.
He's not even in my contacts. I have to look up his iMessage.
Wait, did you say?
Yeah, the iMessage.
I sent it to him, and then he was like,
I'm so
how
sorry.
did you even get that screenshot? And I goes, my girls are sending it to me because we're talking. This is fucking embarrassing. And then he was like, oh, I'm just stressed. I'm going ghosting. I'm like losing my head. People won't stop texting me. Why did I put... Like, he was being so dramatic. And I was just like, okay, if you want to ghost. And then he texted me and he was like, hi, I just want to apologize again. I don't know what's wrong with me. You don't deserve to be lashed out like that. I genuinely do appreciate that you care, and I'm genuinely sorry. I feel terrible. I'm probably going to take a break from stuff because I feel overwhelmed. Something he did. I aired him. God knows I didn't reply. After 12 minutes, he texted me and goes, please give me my space. I'm having a mental
Guys,
breakdown,
I can see the messages. She didn't reply.
And I don't need any checkups. I need my own space and time to heal and get my mind right. Please respect that. I didn't reply. He said, give me my space. Does that make sense?
This fellow is definitely, that's a screenshot to his ex.
Well,
he's definitely been like, this girl's stressing me. I tell her to leave me alone.
But like, why
Smart
would indirect your ex and fucking post her grandma if you don't want like a reaction? I don't get that. It's just weird. But I feel like he just does and says certain shit to get a reaction out of people, and then when people react, he'll be screaming, "Oh, my mental health, my mental health." But you did it yourself. Sorry.
So are you like? Are you on good terms? Talked since?
No, that. When I said okay, then you see the message. That was the last
I
thing
saw. I saw. There's no responses. Do you know an iMessage is grey, and if you respond, it's blue. It's all grey.
It's
1, 2,
all
3,
grey.
4, 5, 6
I never
messages.
responded to
Yo, it's crazy.
Did you go to his gaff?
Oh, no. We never made it past town.
You weren't getting on no buses.
What did you do in town?
The first time we just went cinema.
Oh,
Then
nice.
the second time, he got promotion from his job, so I wanted to celebrate, and I was talking to him, so he was like, oh, let's do something fun. So we went to this restaurant in Temple Bar, got food, got drinks, and he was like, fuck it, let's get proper licked. So he took me to like one pub or something. Then we got like 2 pints. Then he was like, oh, let's get hotel. Well, I was like,
Hey, wait. Because, and you know, if I say this, people will now put 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
But like, maybe I'll say it off camera. But
Everyone knows.
Ross, just cut
if
it.
you watch the pods,
If
you
you watch
know.
the
I can cut this, I
I
can
did
cut
watch
this.
the
Yeah,
pod,
but
but I
what-
didn't go to the hotel with him. And thankfully, I
No.
was on my red, so it was even a bit more excuse. But the fact that like I was super drunk and I just wanted to go home, and he was like, let's go hotel. I don't want you to leave. You know.
He sounds like
then-
that.
It was a let's get licked, and the 2 points in a pub is what got it for me.
Honestly, you expected maybe even better.
The man's Irish. I'm half Irish. 2 points is nothing.
Guys,
But
I'm
a
really about
lightweight.
speechless and I don't have anything to
I'm
say.
such a lightweight. After 2 shots, like I won't even remember my name. It's so embarrassing. But
It's all right. That's all right.
okay, girl.
Don't worry about it.
Same.
Oh, guys,
that
I'm
was-
still recovering.
Crazy.
That was the best intro I think we've had on the show.
ever.
I don't even think I want to introduce the
Yeah.
pod
It
anymore,
was rolling, but we
Seth.
got you. Don't worry.
Don't worry, we'll
Don't worry, we
bleep.
got
We'll
you.
bleep
if
out.
his name comes up, just but I think
No,
he'll
we'll
know.
bleep
I
it.
think he'll know because he's the only person that behaves this way. So I think he'll definitely.
So wait, what? Sorry, I'm actually not over this. So
No, we're not over it.
Keep going, it's fine.
What were you drawn to?
I didn't know who he was. Basically, he moved to me like 2021. I posted a picture on Instagram. My mates must have promoted it, and then he followed me, and he was just like, "Oh, you're a sweet one." I was like, "Thank you." So then we started talking.
Did he call you a buddy?
No. I should have even known. But yeah, within like a few hours of talking, he was like, "I'm taking you out tomorrow." So we went out. That's the first day I was talking about. We went to cinema. Then after the cinema, he was like, "I want to take you out again tomorrow." I really had a good time. So then
Doesn't
we went,
dull.
So then that's when we went to Luigi Malone's. That was the restaurant.
Oh, you know the sauce. That fella knows the sauce.
Wait, what's the
Yeah,
What's
man.
the sauce?
Oh, it's just a very town, like it's just a very Irish thing, isn't it?
Luigi Malone.
Is
What
that
have you ever been?
a
Yeah.
bad place to go to?
No, it's some spot, like it is nice, good food and all, but it's just very known, like, do you get me?
Among the Irish.
It's like, where's that place?
Like Alfie's.
Hard Rock Cafe, like, but except the Irish, you know, it's like, you get me? It's like
I
one of
get
those
you.
places.
Maybe
yeah.
we'll check that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go scoop it out.
So, sorry, go on.
Yeah.
And then obviously the other times it was just cinema. And then the one-sided argument happened, and then
And how long did this, like, situationship last?
like 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Y'all move quick.
How many times did you go cinema?
Like 4 times. No, 5 times,
What?
including the first.
In 2 weeks? In 2 weeks?
How many movies? How many new movies was rolling in 2021? Were they all different
And
movies?
did you
Yeah,
watch?
they were all different movies.
Did you watch all the movies? Like, did you watch it all?
Huh?
Did you watch?
Y'all move quick, young. Damn.
We saw what was on the screen.
But did you watch it? Like, were you actually watching it?
Sure. like yeah.
And wait, sorry, last question. Honestly, did you buy the cinema popcorn or did you bring your own?
No, he actually paid the Cineworld popcorn taxes and
no,
everything.
that actually is a
5 days in a
cinema
row.
popcorn, girls. Do you know how expensive that is?
I don't know because I don't buy it.
Expensive.
I bring my own all
Yeah,
the time.
popcorn, slushies, maybe the occasional
Fanta
hot dog.
ice.
So like all
That's
the
like a
times you
30
went
quid
cinema, were there
thing
any
every
like?
time.
Did you see any like red flags?
the cinema 5.
Maybe it was 2 weeks.
Fucking
Then,
hell.
you know, that's why. It's because you can't talk in the cinema.
Yeah,
That's how she
that
didn't know he
makes
was
you
crazy
smart.
quick. Ladies don't go to cinema dates.
Everybody's normal in the dark. Yeah. Everybody's normal when is a bit ashamed.
And like, do you like watching movies?
Yeah.
Okay, fair,
But
fair.
like, we didn't really watch the movies.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear
God.
it.
Yeah, we've
I
been
hear
there.
it.
Okay.
We've been there.
I hear
Alright,
it.
no
Because you
worries.
know when you live with your parents, you need somewhere to escape to. Cinema.
Sorry, I don't know.
I moved out at a
That
very
is,
young
like,
age.
Fair play, like, do you get me? Like, fair play. 5. I can't even go through one movie. Like,
I'm not gonna
like I
lie.
can't watch one movie.
Especially
I
if it's like real long. I remember I went to go watch The Hobbit. I fell asleep twice.
like, don't blame me.
I've actually
woke up.
never seen The Hobbit. I heard it's
Don't.
hours long.
It was like
Yeah.
3 hours long.
Oh, chill.
I took 2 naps in there.
No, honestly, that comfy chair and all.
What?
Yeah.
It's great.
I won't lie. Every time,
You know when someone gets a flashback, that's what she just had.
every time I've gone to the cinema, like, except with my siblings or with family, it was with a guy. We're not watching the movie all the time.
I actually am. You're taking me to cinemas because I'm going to watch what I want to watch.
I think my babe's only took me to the cinema to watch Spider-Man. Like,
Last-
that's it. But he really wanted to watch it. Do you get me?
Last movie I went to was Black Panther and I watched it in 4D.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
That's a shout.
it was actually great. I can't say, but I don't go to the cinema very frequently though. So if I'm going, it's because I want to see the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what I love doing is like if a guy takes you to the cinema and like it's a movie he really wants to watch, I'm distracting the fuck out of him.
I do that in my house. If you're watching fighting, if you're watching boxing, if you're watching football
Yeah.
or racing, that's when Demon
you
Time
start
steps
rubbing
out.
their leg like
Demon Time
you
comes
watch
out.
This shit like right now.
What? What's that nibble on the air? What?
What's happening?
You're not watching that game?
You ever like ask them questions while you're
No, I go
You're feeling
hard. That's a full blown distraction you're getting while you're
Literally.
not watching that match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Anaïs, welcome to the pod.
Oh my God! So we have to do it. So welcome back to GTG, baby, your weekly
you know the vibes.
subscription to the gist, and we've got a very extra special guest here.
special.
Aw.
Extra special, guys. As you can see, she's so funny.
I have an interesting question though. Actually, where's the lace?
Oh, this is my real hair.
It's so. I'm not gonna lie. When you
mi-
walked
what
in,
what you mixed with? Oh my gosh,
when you walked in, I was like, those highlights, banging,
I thought so. I
banging.
thought so.
Cis genetics.
Love it.
But yeah, the lace is missing still.
It's
And
gorgeous.
so is your waist.
Yeah, honestly.
Nah,
Oh my
you are
God,
beautiful.
Stop. Thank you. Stop. Oh
This is why he was making fun of me. I was like, look, her nails and everything are done. Wow.
Literally.
Perfect and fine, fine,
you.
babe.
So I didn't even let you introduce the babe.
So the beautiful girl that we're speaking about is Anaïs. I love that name. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a beautiful,
Beautiful
name.
name.
you.
I went into TikTok and like I googled like TikTok how to say it.
It's like Anais.
Yeah.
Anaïs.
The 2 dots over the eyes. That's a French thing. You know all their accents. Yeah.
I do really like that name.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful name.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm Congolese.
You know I was talking about Congolese girls in the last.
Yeah, she was actually. She said
What
Congolese
did you
girls
say
are
then?
paying.
Tell her
in
what
the
you
pod-
said.
In the pod to come.
She
I
said they have.
I said if I was a man, I want to date women. It'll be obviously Yoruba women, Congolese women,
And
because of the Ghanaian woman.
thank you.
Thank
Anyway,
But
sorry,
yeah,
go on.
that's it. Just showing y'all love.
I feel like all African women are beautiful.
Full stop.
Sure.
All the
Period.
No,
Northeast, south, west. Babe, do you want some chocolates? Help yourself, minstrels. Help yourself. So, we're here today to talk about a very interesting topic.
Oh,
You have to fill us in and let us know because number one, I'm very old, so I don't see stuff
wait,
sometimes.
how old are you?
Girl, I'm 28.
That's not fucking old.
Oh, God will bless your life.
What
You'll come
age-
back.
What
Old
age?
though, Rob.
What age are you?
I'm 21.
Mister. So jealous. I'm so jealous.
Well, how old are the two of you?
You go first?
You go first. Yeah, I'm 24.
They're way younger than me and they're still arguing over who's answer first.
I'm 23.
Just the way you guys acting like he's our grandmas or something. I
Which
don't
in
understand.
babe?
I feel like it. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest, I get him. I have an auntie that's been 45 my whole life.
I hear it.
You're so funny.
No, I hear it. Cause I won't like my mom's age capped at 36. Like she's 36 to me, bro. If someone was to ask me, I'll be 36.
I think
Sorry,
my
28.
mom mentally capped at 26. Come and see
Yeah.
the clothes she wears, the way she struts, everything. I was like, damn. My mom refuses to believe she's old.
My mom's quite young. She came here when she was like 10. She's very common. So I didn't really have the whole like
Nigerian not Nigerian.
Not African.
African
She's
upbringing.
very, she talks the way we talk. Like she has like an Irish accent. Like she doesn't.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm very lucky.
Your mom's beautiful as well. I've seen her photo. She's gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Damn. Okay.
Jesus.
What?
I said Jesus, sorry.
Anyways, going back to why you're here.
Oh my god. So basically, I don't even want to be judged by the internet because I'm black and I went to get filler.
Please be respectful under the post. Thank you.
But yeah, it was like birthday present from my ex, I guess. Paid for my filler. The girl like never received the pay. Well, she has received it now, so she got paid twice. And I had a really bad reaction, actually, like terrible reaction. And I texted her about it, so she took offense and used that as an excuse to like draw me out on socials. Be like, this girl didn't even pay, and now she doesn't want to pay because there's stuff happening to her lips, and she diagnosed herself with an allergic reaction. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And she has said herself, like in the past, like there's been other people that actually didn't pay. And I went to her profile. I didn't see any of those people, but when it came to me, all of a sudden it's oh my god, I got the most racist DMs as well, and so did my mom because she drew out my mom on her socials as well.
Wait.
We were told to go back home. All black people are thieves. You're a moocher. And then someone was like, "How can you have a Bible verse in your bio but you're robbing lip filler?" It was just shit. It was just so much. So she drew out my mom, called my mom, screamed at my mom, and obviously because she did that, my mom had to pay again. So she got paid the initial payment, and then she got paid the payments that my mom gave her. And I don't have her on socials. She blocks me everywhere. But one of my friends texted me and she was like, "Anaïs, you know the girl actually bought space in the newspaper to talk about it?" I was like, hardly, because it's not that serious.
So how did you meet? Like, how did you find this beautician?
My workplace, I wanted to get filler, and I seen that her prices were cheap from like 2 girls that went to her. So I was like, oh well, if you guys are going to her and you saw the good experience, like I might as well. So it was just recommended to me by like girls in my work.
And when you were there, did you have like, were you cool? Like was it vibes?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, it had to be vibes. Like, she couldn't really be like,
Rude from the get-go.
Straight away. And like, see the way like with the filler and all, do you have to pay a deposit?
Yeah, I do.
So the deposit was paid?
Yeah, it was.
So that was confirmed. Do you know what I mean? So where, like, there was talk about €55, right?
Yeah.
Where did that €55 come from?
Oh my god, so basically, she kept claiming that she never received the money. So I was like, I know you're gonna get it, but if you don't get it, then I have no problem paying you again. So I sent her my payslip and I was like, I'm only gonna get 55, but I don't mind asking my mom to, send the rest
of it.
I'd never actually ended up asking my mom. So when she called my mom, because I never told my mom that like I went to the appointment. So when she called my mom, she was kind of like taken by surprise. And she was like, I had no clue about this. Obviously, she had no clue about this because I didn't tell her. But yeah, that's what the 55-year-old was about.
Something ain't adding up, because why would she go out of her way? First of all, you paid the deposit. She didn't mention,
and she collected the money for it.
And she collected the money for it. So it's not like you're a thief. Like, I just hate the way she went out of her whole way to come for you, like, and then also lie on top of everything, because it was kind of lies.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I saw the screenshots of the payments, and something like I even noticed it was a timestamp. It was dated, and it was timed on the 2 occasions. Like, you could see the first payment went in, I think it was like 90. It went in at like something like 4:00 in the afternoon, and then the other payment, which was 10 for the additional that she charged you for, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I forgot to even include that. When I went to her house, she said that my lips were too big for 0.5, so she had to add an additional 0.2 because like my lips were too wide or something.
What?
Yeah.
That's actually, what in the microaggression is that?
Her lips are too big. So first things first, she asked for a certain amount, and then you give her more.
And then charge her for it.
And then charge her for it.
Makes no
then
sense.
why are you an aesthetic? Like, is this not your job?
Should she not have known from the onset of, Like when you book an appointment, does she know what you look like or anything before you get there, or is it just
Yeah,
on
like
site?
when I texted her, my page was public, and obviously you can see my profile picture, like what I would look like. But I don't think she saw my whole face.
Okay. So she collected the second payment for the extra charge, and it showed 10 p.m. Then even when you look at it at the very bottom of it, it says pay again. So it's like, you know, when you go through Revolut and you go into the name of whoever you want to send money, and it gives you the option to send the money again. So it had that on both the payments. So like you could physically see that the payment was sent.
Right. And like, see the way with so your ex was supposed to pay this, right? How, like, what was the issue with the initial being paid with her?
She just said that she never received it. That was the main issue.
But it was sent.
Yeah, it was sent.
Oh.
So like that's automatically going online to be like he say, she say, because he physically had the proof that he sent it, but you want to say you don't have it. Like, it's not fair to draw you out on social media like that. And I was like, what had me pissed the hell off?
Yeah.
Was the fact that you collected the payment, but she still kept your photo there.
Yeah.
That was what I was like. You,
And then the thing under
situation.
it, am I allowed to say what it said? It said thief in the highlight.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
Yeah, underneath.
I didn't even see
Girl.
everything that I saw would get sent to me. Like I was blocked.
Yeah, and she had
everywhere.
like your face bang on it, and it said thief underneath. That point, the money had
Sent.
been
Delete
sent.
it.
Delete
Delete
it.
the highlights.
Take
You
it
don't
down.
need to-
That's what I didn't seem to understand. Like, what else? What
'Cause
else did you
I
want
won't
from
lie,
it?
It looks so bad because, sorry, Anaïs is the only black girl on that
Yeah.
page, and then she's labeled
down.
thief. Like, and then everyone else is so much. Because obviously, I was reading the comments under your post as well. Like,
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. It made us extremely angry.
yeah,
It was
Extremely
it was
angry
really-
because it was like, for me, it lacks professionalism. Because if you go anywhere with a business, like there's a lot of business people who don't get their payments, even though yours were sent. But let's say in a scenario where it isn't, there's things called blacklist and things like that. Like, why would you behave like this? Like, and then you're posting it all over your page to then encourage people to continue talking about it. And then it's disgusting behavior for people to turn around and feel like it's okay to come and start DMing you. It was between you and her. The whole world did not have to get involved in it at all.
And she missed out on a big bag because let's say if she treated you well from the jump.
She would have started getting black
She could've got
customers.
black girls are really into this thing instead of flying all the way to the UK to go get it done.
Yeah, every single black girl that I know that gets her lips done goes to Manchester.
Yeah, that's actually true. One of my friends, she goes to Manchester to go get it done. And for me, I just don't understand what the gain out of bullying is online.
She gained a lot of likes. That's her most liked post.
She gained likes but didn't gain followers.
Yeah, because my followers went up though. The amount of follow requests I even still have on my phone have like over 200. Had like how many DMs? Like it was really hard, like extremely hard. And then on top of that, I kept getting calls from like my managers. People were sending emails and calling them trying to get me fired.
That's a topic I wanted to talk about. People, I think you said something about people actually coming to your workplace.
Yeah,
People came to your workplace.
yeah. After a week of like not going to work, because I remember I was saying to Roz on the phone, like I was like so afraid to go into work because like the whole world knew where I worked. I eventually did go. I was at the folding table and someone actually came up to me and they were like, "Are you Anish?" And I was like, "No fucking way!" And then they brought up the situation, and that's how I knew I actually can't work in this place anymore. It had been a week and like people were still getting on to me about it. So I was just like, yeah, I have to hand in my notice. Time to find a new job.
Really? That's crazy.
And
though.
writing complaints, like they actually wrote complaints.
So who has the time?
Jobless
who
people.
actually has the time to be doing
I
that?
think people our age would have time.
Jobless.
Yeah,
because
because
I don't even send my own emails.
Like we young people, no offense or anything, I'm not offending you or anything, but I think young people don't have that much to lose. Whereas as we go older, we've worked a lot of stuff up. So we have a lot to lose. That's why we're not going to go out of our way to do certain things. You think some nail techs out here, like grown ones or hair techs, have the energy to create this kind of stigma on Instagram and then now get other people to be going to... No, we don't. We're actually
But I
tired of
don't
shit.
really think it's age as well. I
Go
think
on,
it's
yeah.
privilege as well. Because
True.
if, like, let's say, for example, I had a hair business and I was, like, beefing people, no one would want to come to me, especially because I'm black. I'm already seen as ratchet. But obviously, because this is a predominantly white country, she could do whatever she wants. She'll get away with it.
Yeah,
She's
because
taking
she
down the
will.
road
She'll
and
have
she's
it.
still getting customers. Like, and
She
on top of that,
will.
people are picking her up as well. So
And you know what? I didn't see one person comment underneath. Maybe she deleted the comments. I don't know. I didn't see one person comment underneath and be like, you know what? You've taken this a bit too far.
I have the screenshots of my mates like DMing her, and they're like, "It's over now. Like, why are you still going on about it?"
Yeah.
And then she was like, "But I don't want you guys to feel bad for her. I don't care what's happening."
I feel like you got picked and she was trying to make an example of something from you that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because even I saw a post afterwards where she was saying something she actually put it up online that your mom had paid. And then she continued. She was like, her mom has paid. Her mom shouldn't have had to do that. What's your business?
Man, you got paid.
Still
You
wasn't
got
true
your
about
money.
My mom.
Yeah.
So why would
Like, what's your business?
I
Like,
don't
it
get
was
that.
it was clearly never about getting the money. That was never her intention. I think the problem and the things that she it's like she nearly got a kick out of trying to embarrass
I think
you.
it was a power trip, 100%.
But it was a clout chase as well, because if that was our,
True.
if that was the most liked post on our page,
That's why she kept
you're
going.
gonna keep going for it, like absolutely rinse it dry.
And if the most like post on your page is from bullying someone, you need to check your work.
Literally,
You need to
but
check what
how,
you're doing.
as like a business, do you think like customer service in any business is like highly valued? Do you get me? Like, and if you think that you can go like that, like imagine, like God forbid, imagine like you went there to her and you forgot, like let's say you forgot your purse or your phone died or something, you couldn't transfer money, like could you, like I'd be so like terrified like to get that experience, because look, I get it, these things happen, payments don't always come along, do you get me?
Payments don't always come true on time. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's sort of like you
Even-
gotta have patience.
It's true.
So you also have to have respect. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And even if you've gotten taken a mug out of, it shows more about you
As a
than it does
person.
about someone else that didn't pay or paid or whatever. Because it's like you only have an obligation to yourself on the way how you act and how you treat people. And if that's the way you wanna like be, is mad.
Yeah.
And
facts.
it's like I feel like in this world, people don't, not in this world, in this generation era, the times that we're in, I feel like people don't seem to also understand the consequences of their actions. God forbid if anything had happened to you. You know, she'd be the same person coming to cry on the internet being like, oh, I didn't mean for what I said to have hurt her or harm her. But you legit posted her face up on your page, titled it thief, and expect that this person is not going to have any sort of feelings after, anxiety, depression, sadness. Like you've baited someone out there, but you don't seem to care about their mental being afterwards, just as long as you get a couple of likes, a couple of shares, a couple of comments. What for? For money you've already received. And like, honestly, what, it was 90 quid. You're doing all of this for 90 quid. You're not making enough money in your business if that's really doing that much
That's
to you.
true.
Anais, what did she say in the newspaper?
I didn't even know if that was even like has even been released, but one of my mates just texted me because they have her on Snap and they were like, oh, she posted about going to newspapers about it. So
But going to the papers to do what? Like, do you get me? I don't even think the small claims court would take that. Like, I'm not gonna
It was
lie to you.
90 quid.
Like,
And
it
like,
would actually cost to go to the small claims court with that. No, it actually would. It's like €25 to go to the small claims court, so you're already down, what, €30? Like, you're actually only making €30 profit, even if you brought it to court. Not gonna lie to you.
okay, and like, what steps did you take now after you started receiving that hate? Because I know you said you served her, like you got served, kind of thing.
yeah, a cease and desist. It was basically just like, you know, if someone's harassing you or getting other people to harass you. But in this case, it was the posts. I just wanted them to be taken down. But I feel like, but when they did get, like, I'm seeing that they only got taken down now. But even when I was told that that's the most that would happen, I felt like, oh, that's not enough. Like, because I know it's really, really bad, but I wanted her to feel the way I felt. So the steps that I was trying to take, like, behind the scenes was, like, more drastic, you know, getting a malpractice suit for what she did to my mouth. My lips are back to their normal size now, but I sent Roz the pictures. Like, they were burst, like bleeding, and then obviously because she's an unlicensed business.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, is she?
So how can you even? That's why she had to do that. Then
Had so much
What a
riz.
feel-
Had so much riz and still not even be fully credible. Because a part of me was thinking, I was like, okay, even if you wanted to make an example, why didn't you just go to the guards?
Yeah.
Why didn't you
that's
try
why I
and
can't go to the
handle
guards.
it the like normal legal way. She couldn't go to the guards because she probably didn't have the proof for it, because you had the proof to show it. And to still come online and draw someone out when they physically have shown you proof. Like today I went to the bank, I sent someone money, it's still same processing in my account, it still hasn't left, doesn't mean I didn't send it.
Yeah. And how did you find your man?
That's still a mystery to me, but I think obviously when other people were commenting, maybe one of them must have known my mom or something and sent her like her profile. But my mom on Instagram is the same as me. Like, we don't really use our last name. Like, we use like either T or it's like abbreviated. So I honestly don't know how she found her. And even like the posts of me on my mom's page, they're not tagged, so I don't even know how she found her, honestly.
That's crazy.
That
Because
is
if someone
scary.
tagged my mom,
Hands.
honestly, I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna get that refund. So you're definitely not getting paid, honestly.
No, I throw hands at that point, because it's the fact that it's like, as much as they were trying to do whatever it was by calling out your mom, your mom has photos of your siblings on that. That's now being shared. Like, that is not right, guys. That is
So not fair.
not right. No.
How did your mom feel?
She was like pissed off because obviously, like you said, there's pictures of my siblings on the page. But then afterwards, like after she paid, I was still really upset because like I was still, you know, getting messages and stuff. She was just like, "It's over. I've paid her. It's over. Let's just move on." And then she took me into town like the next day. But even when I was going into town, like I was still like mad paranoid. My mom could sense that I was paranoid, and she was just like, "Anais, just calm down. It's okay." But I could not be calm because I felt like when I hopped on the bus, every single person that was on the bus was like just knew who I was.
Yeah.
But she's been like literally so, you know, supportive in the whole
That's good.
situation.
Yeah.
Like my rock, literally.
Yeah, I'm so sorry you went through that, honestly. It's not
Yeah.
something I, you know, wish for my fellow sister.
No.
Do you get me? Like, it's not something, like, it's not easy. Like, because let's say if you guys were in that situation, like, what would you actually do? Like, I don't know what I'd actually, I think I have, I don't know.
You know, I have a big mouth. I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
it's-
I would
I'm
let
really
you know about
regards to, like,
yourself.
I'm very, very sensitive. So, like, the first, like, 5 days, like, when it was happening and I was being posted, even after she received, like, the 2 payments, I was still being posted and I was still getting added and I was still getting DMs and my number got shared around, so I was getting calls. I literally
Your
didn't-
number got shared around. Like, did she send your number?
I
Or
don't
was
know if it was her, because I never personally called her, but my number did get shared around. So I was literally, I never left my bed. And one of my best friends, like, he had to come, like, physically drag me to, like, leave the house. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, I know it's, like, horrible or whatever, but you can't let it physically get to you. So you take care of yourself." And I didn't go to work. I was too afraid to go to work. So
I hope
just
it
mentally
makes them feel great that they belittled someone that small into being terrified of leaving their home. I hope you all feel great.
I know this is not the main point, but do you feel like if you didn't quit your job, they would have let you go because of everything?
No, my manager just called me and she was like, "Oh, we seen what was happening." And even though, sorry, ignore how I sound. I have a cold, by the way.
Sorry.
She was just like, even though you were like wearing a uniform in the pictures, it's still outside of work. So like, it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, we still need to talk to you when you get here, just because, you know, you were wearing the uniform. Well, that was literally it. Like, you just told me that they need to talk to me.
That's a bit mad.
Like, I just still can't believe that it even happened in the first place and it got to that point, because even, I know the posts are down, but the posts were still up there up to this week, because I was looking at it this week.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it recently. I think those posts maybe came down maybe like a day or two ago max.
Yes, I think they got taken down because she received the order, but I sent it out like last week. So
And also, something else that I absolutely hated that you felt was kind of like people were jumping the bandwagon. Like, you mentioned something very important there, basically just about how your number was spread, but you had never physically rang her. So that would have been someone who knew you, who would have spread your number out there. And it's kind of disgusting that people who would know you would decide to do something like that, jump on the bandwagon. Like, instead of picking up the phone and calling you to figure out your side of the story, they decided to jump on the bandwagon. Like, did you find like a lot of people, I know you said your close friends were like supporting you, but did you feel like there was a lot of people who were just joining on it for clout?
yeah, this girl that I used to be friends with. Like, sorry. One of her friends commented in the picture. Like, I seen it before I got blocked, and she was like, "Oh, I know this girl. She's my friend's neighbor." Anyone that like knows where I live knows I've never had neighbors my age, so I just knew it was a lie. But she was like, "I know this girl. She's my friend's neighbor. She's always doing stuff like this, and she's a pathological liar." And I was like, seriously? Like, I know we're not mates anymore, but how long have you known me? Like, if it was the other way around, I would have never done this to you. Well, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
There's a lot in the silence.
Yeah, it is, because it's sort of just like...
Do you see my chest? If you people could really feel the anger in my chest, like, to me, this is wild.
And do you think it's over now? Do you think it's like done, or do you think she's going to come back for like round 2?
Probably after seeing this. Well, I
But
don't know.
we didn't mention her
Name?
We didn't mention her name
Or her business. So
or
if the shoe
business.
fits, it fits. You know who
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah,
will
but
be in
like,
the description
but are you
box.
that pressed? Like, if you're actually watching again, do you get me? But like, look, I just hope that you're okay. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm only okay this week.
yeah.
Because I know you were
great,
even
you know.
saying it was like,
Yeah.
it was your 21st birthday. So it was like that totally overshadowed your birthday.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely forgot it was my birthday. I slept in. I didn't wake up till like 6 o'clock. And when I woke up with messages. And I checked the date and it was May 9th. And I was like, what? I'm 21. But I was so like...
Oh, baby girl, you got to make it up.
I
Yeah.
was like
You have to turn 21
so,
again next
like,
year.
It's the whole of May. It's your birthday month.
Yeah, true. But I was like too depressed. I wasn't even thinking, oh, it's my birthday. The only thing that was on my mind was I need to do this legal shit. I need to do this legal shit.
And what was like, was it fake accounts? Because I saw in some of the screenshots she texted your ex.
She, oh my god, that was
Men being in women's business. Yay.
that was someone I was mates with. She reached out to him because, like I explained earlier, I had to obviously use an alias because my ex didn't want the person that he was with to know that he paid for my filler. So I used his name.
Wait. So why is your ex getting you birthday presents if he's with someone else?
The bombastic side
But you see the thing is, to her defense, that's none of her business.
Yeah.
My business.
To her defense, it's not her problem.
But how did the birthday present, like, how did it come about? Did he just text you, you want a birthday present?
Now we've been cool for a while. So
He know now. He know before, but he know now.
You don't know. Anywho.
I have multiple. So one of them is gonna see this that's in a relationship, and his girl is gonna get onto him and be like, and he's gonna be like, it's not me, but If he
But
knows
is it that one? Is that one?
I don't know.
It's the one that knows that he paid. But if you know,
You know who
didn't
you
pay,
are.
you know who you are. But so
I love it.
then she texted him, and he decided to be like, oh, she did the same thing to me, and we were supposed to get tats, and I had to pay for the tats myself. So when I seen that, I was like, there's no way this guy's defaming me. I was with my friend, the same one that dragged me out of my house, and we went through my statements, and we literally, there's literally proof of me paying the artist on his tattoo, and proof of me sending him money with the tattoo, and the statement, the reference would literally say so and so tattoo. So I don't know why he felt the need. I really don't.
So do you have matching tattoos?
No, never. But we went to get our tattoos done at the same time.
Damn. And
You just have like,
I won't lie. These youngers are living a life that
tattoos,
literally.
paying exes for birthday gifts. My ex
I need
won't
you to
even
give me a
talk to
lesson. No, I don't want my ex to talk to me. I'm
Yeah,
good.
to be honest, I don't.
You need to give me a lesson.
No, I'm cool with a majority of my exes, but there's one that me and him would just hate each other. I don't think we'll ever be cool ever again.
So,
And that's perfectly fine.
Do you think you loved all your exes?
Sorry?
Like, did you love all your exes?
No, I mean, yeah.
Really?
Don't you love someone when you're with them?
Yeah, but if you love, like, to be honest,
You
you
could
ever
be
hear
with
that?
someone and not love them.
Do you ever hear that theory of like, if you're with someone and you break up, do you know what I mean? If you're friends, one of you is still in love,
Yeah.
or you were never in love. Do you get me?
I think the one that I hate is the one that I loved.
Oh, it's always the
So the
ones.
rest of your
It's always those ones.
those devils.
It's always, that's why you hate them. Because you can't
Yeah.
believe how much they did you dirty.
And you was real for saying that though.
Yeah.
Because some people deny it.
Yeah.
And then So you, but how are you as friends?
Like you said, if you didn't love each other, then you can be friends.
This is friends. But even my friends don't buy me gifts like that.
No, I can't lie. Me and my friends buy each other gifts.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
That's what they do. in
That's
these days as
good.
well. Yeah, they got peeved. I think
They got
maybe
peeved,
maybe
bro.
I was broke.
I was broke.
When I was
I was a
young.
broke 21-year-old then.
Yeah, I was broke.
I was working. I was never broke.
So when so when she texts this ex, he then
He's not my ex. He's my ex-friend. So,
oh wait, he's your ex friend.
because remember I said I had to use my friend's name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so she used that name
Oh, but
of the
that's-
person.
but-
Yeah, so
but
when
not your ex boyfriend's name. Or is your ex friend?
so the ex-boyfriend paid for the filler, but she used her ex-friend's name as the ex-boyfriend's name.
okay.
So when she went looking for this ex-boyfriend to go
It was
and
the
message
friend.
about it was the ex-friend.
And why is he so bitter?
I don't know.
He's
that's,
in love.
That's his own problem.
He was in
A man
love.
getting involved in women's business.
Yeah. He was like, do you know what? Let me tell you.
Sassy
feel
men.
Like that's so sassy, but to be honest,
You know, there's
Sassy
sassy
men
men
era.
in.
So
I wish him nothing but the best. So
so
In
Beep,
hell.
so Beep and your ex. So do you have a thing for sassy men? Joking.
do you know what? I think I do.
Because Beep was sassy, and so is
This
Beep.
I think Beep was more zesty than sassy.
Zesty.
Zesty. Can we get a definition of what zesty is? I'm old.
Zesty
Like
is
fruity.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but you never see like when he does like TikToks with his boys, he'll be like, "Oh, I want you" and that kind of stuff. Do you not think those this?
Fruity.
Do you know what?
Like maybe.
He did
maybe.
say people thought that.
Like I can't even talk about too tough, but like he never said no. Because I remember, I don't. You beep it, you cut out, right?
I could beep it. I could cut that out.
It was just like, but when I did ask, he did say people do think that, but no, I'm not. He didn't say that.
I mean,
He didn't finish the sentence.
You know,
Yeah, it's okay.
You
Yeah.
youngers.
me personally,
I love this girl.
I can't, but he can.
Yeah, I'll scream it.
I heard it. I heard it.
Zesty.
I hear it.
Okay. So right, we're gonna take it a little bit deeper because me and you were talking yesterday and you mentioned something to me about your friend. I don't know if you wanna go too in deep about that, but we were gonna touch a little bit on mental health because I think that is something that really, really affected you like during this. Like as you said, get into a place of not wanting to leave your house. The fact that you even forgot the date of your 21st birthday. Is there anything like you just wanted to say about it? Like mental health in general.
It should be taken seriously. Oh, one thing I hated, was like when I was getting dragged and bullied, like no one seemed to care until the person that, we just referenced, sadly
Past.
passed. And then that's when everyone was like, oh, mental health matters, but where was like, where was like the thought about my mental health when this was all happening? I actually, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say like, oh, I never thought about, doing that when everything was happening, because I was considering it like a few times. I was home alone a lot, so I would just get to a place where I was just like, if people really, really think this is that of me, then maybe like the world would just be better off without me, that kind of shit. And then I would, be so close to doing it, and then I would just scare myself out of it because I'm the oldest. So it's kind of like, I know how I feel right now, but being a big sister is much deeper than, that shit. I
Yeah.
don't really think my youngest siblings really deserve
That, yeah.
that. And I have sisters as well that are gonna, grow up and like need tips, like boy tips, fashion tips. I've been through that, so like they don't have to, and they're obviously gonna need someone to like. Sorry, I'm getting all welled up.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's okay.
They're gonna obviously like need someone to like, be there for them. So every time I thought about doing that,
Getting you tissue. There you go.
every time I thought about doing that, like the only thing that stopped me was my siblings. I wasn't even thinking, oh, my friends are gonna miss me, because I could fall out with my friends any day, but my siblings are forever.
Yeah.
So they're literally the only reason I'm still here. I'm being dead ass. If I was an only child, I don't even think I'd be sitting here right now. That's really.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, the fact that, you know, I'm gonna take back to like the Caroline Flack thing. Like when that hit social media, everyone was like, be kind, like no online bullying. I think that was the like motto, be kind to people. And it's just, it's so sad. It's hard to see when you then now see a black girl in a similar position like that. And it's like, even like, as you said, your ex-friend, that was a black guy.
Yeah.
Was it not a black guy doing this? And it's just, I feel like people just don't take this kind of stuff seriously.
Until someone wants to die. Until someone dies, commits, you know, like that's when, all of a sudden, yeah, mental health matters, da 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 da. But like, it should matter, like how you're treating people each and every day. That's how it.
Do you think black people take mental health seriously?
Girl, come on.
Real talk.
You know the answer.
Not at all.
No.
Not really, no.
Especially like, no, my grandma and my mom are quite young, so they'll be like woke. Like my grandma's in her 60s only, and my mom's in her 40s, so they'll be like woke. But I've seen with like other houses as well. One of my mates told me that she was in a really, really bad place, and she went to her parents about it, and they were like, "Why? You have a house, you have school is paid for, you know, why are you feeling this way?" Actually, no, I even said this yesterday. I actually talked to my dad about it before, and he called me ungrateful for being depressed. Same situations. I don't really think they take it seriously. I think they just take it as your attention seeking or whatever.
I think, like, first of all, I just want to say, like the thoughts that you had, like, as strong and stuff as they were, like, it is a blessing that, like, you could fight against it. So,
Yeah.
and, like, I know you said it's for your siblings, but it's for everyone, and it's for
Everyone,
yourself.
yeah.
So, like, just always remember that too. Do you know what I mean? And, like, it's good that you can go to those dark places and bring yourself back out, which is a really positive thing, and never, like, let go of that. But I feel like as well, like, just touching on, like, mental health, do you know what I mean? I think mental health has only sort of been accepted in the past, like, 15 years as such, do you know what I mean? Because people, you're just expected to, like, get on with things, and nothing's supposed to hurt you. Like, I think we used to have that saying, I don't know if you guys remember in school, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Like, that's a complete lie, especially when it comes online, because people might say something to you, like, down the street, and, like, you might not think about it again, or it might hurt you for a few minutes, but the words that you see on the daily, especially through DMs, through posts, through just, like, even phone calls or texts, like, you can keep going back on that, and you can keep looking at it, and it's a lot harder just to say, oh no, it doesn't mean it. But you have to realize the people who send those messages and speak that way, like, 9 times out of 10, do they have their face on their profile? Do they have their real name? Do you get me? Like, if they really thought those things and that's the way they really were, they can't even front it themselves. Do you know what I mean? So you have to remember the people who are saying those things are usually in a worse off position than you will ever be, because they think that they have to hide behind the screen, not condoning what they say.
Yeah, because they're not gonna come up to you in person, except to people. But like, they're not gonna ever. They can do stuff, but they're never gonna do anything. Like, it's all mouth.
Yeah, and it's like they have no, like, they're fighting their own demons. Do you know what I mean? But
like, even what's even bugging me, because obviously when you said, like, your dad said, you know, you're ungrateful for being depressed. Like, why do you, like, Africans think that way? Because if you really deep it, the reason, like, I think in the black community, why depression hasn't been, or, like, you know, mental health hasn't been taken seriously is solely because of, like, past generations. Like, obviously, like, what do you guys think? I don't really understand. I'm really trying to kind of grasp
I
and grab
think
idea.
for myself, I'm very blessed to have the mom that I have, because it's like, I won't say that I've gotten to the point where I said that I was going to, you know, commit. But I have reached a low point in my life where there were points where I wasn't getting out of bed. I wasn't eating. I think I dropped something like 10 kg in the space of like a week because I was not eating. I was not sleeping. I was constantly crying. But like, I'm so blessed to have the mom that I have who understood where I was mentally at that point. And the only thing that she would push was for me to get up and try get back to normality. It was never, what's wrong with you? You are blessed. You're this, you're that. My mom is the type of person who sits down and she listens and at least tries to understand, even though she may not understand in the very beginning, but she at least tries. So I'm someone who's been very, very blessed to have, and my mom is Nigerian as hell. But I'm very blessed to have one that does listen.
It's not all Nigerians, like some.
Yeah.
However, like I feel like even just listening to you, like I just thought, okay, let's not find out why they think that way. Let's just try and make the change from now on. Because I won't lie, from a young age, I realized that my parents ain't gonna be there. Like I'd never really cry in front of my parents or anything like that. I usually was sad by myself in my room or whatever. Like I went through a lot of like dark times by myself and stuff like that. So I just feel like knowing that, I know that, okay, now moving forward, people around me, checking on them consistently and stuff like that. I might call it harassing my friends, but it's just me checking on their mental, making sure they feel good. Then also like when I have my own kids, just making sure they are mentally okay where they are. Because it's not easy, to be honest with you.
I think as well it's society, like, because it's from years and years of oppression. You know what I mean? Like, and especially like I know I'm mixed race and stuff like that, but when you're put in a situation where you might feel vulnerable, you feel like you can't. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's
prime example of what happened with you.
Yeah.
You couldn't be vulnerable.
Because people's perception and society's perception are so systemically like systemically racist that they think, oh, you know, like black people, black women, they're not angry, or they're not like they can't be like upset. They can't, like, because they just have to be strong. And I think it's breaking that mold, and it's very strong of you and all of you girls. I'm gonna include myself in it too. Do you get me? Yeah. But to be open with your emotions and to let people, because you got to start breaking down those barriers. To then shine through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why, like, generations before us find it so hard, because there wasn't a time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
Like,
I also want to also let you know how strong you are, because I feel like you handled it. No, because I don't think people understand the level of the damage that they tried to cause. Like the fact that you did not feel comfortable leaving your home, the fact you didn't feel comfortable going to your job for €90 is disgraceful. No one should ever feel like that. The fact that they brought you to a point where you were actually having dark thoughts because of what? Like, what did anybody who commented under her posts, what did anybody who shared any of those things on her stories, what did you gain? What, like, did you go to bed that evening feeling like you did justice to the world? Like you did something great. You felt like a big man. Like it made you feel great. Bullying someone. On top of it, harassing their mom. And then let's not forget the minors who were in the photos. Like, you need to actually give yourself a lot of credit for your strength, because when you get into dark places like that, it's very hard to get out. And the fact that you did, and you did it at such a young age, that friend of yours who came to come and check, baby, hold him tight. That is a good person. All the people who came to check on you, they are good people. All the others who didn't, you got to look at them sideways. You got to look at them sideways. Because it's like, even as like, I feel like, as I said, like even a lot more black people should have hopped on it and been like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah, like why?
Like, where was the rally of the community
like,
behind it?
Where was the like black community here? Because this is the times we need to band together. Fair enough, we might not bind together in the industry or flipping like.
Because it's
artists,
proper
but
bullying.
for these kind of things, like if I knew, I would have stepped. I won't lie to you, like. I'm probably baiting myself out, but as soon as I saw the comments, like,
I'm not gonna lie.
As soon as I was reporting them comments, bro. I was like, shit.
We reported it. We were
first. Then I reported it. Like,
Same.
Where was the things? Like, where were these people? Like, what was happening? The page should have been reported bare times, first of all, because I'm not gonna talk too much, but I just know that page shouldn't still be up. It shouldn't have.
Your post shouldn't. A cease and desist should not have been given at any point. before that post was removed.
Facts.
Yeah.
Before those highlights were removed. You had collected your money. You have done whatever it is that you thought you were going to achieve. And why was it still there?
Yeah.
And if anybody books an appointment afterwards, after seeing something on your page, y'all are weird. Because if that is the type of energy you have for a business, why are you going there? That is
Yeah.
crazy.
No.
I'm just
0 out of
annoyed
10.
because the time when we needed to band together, we didn't band together. Like, I'm actually, like, there should have been people on that stuff because people will pull up for, I don't want to say names.
The
but
same
people-
way that
people
she
pull up
had
for,
so
like,
much people pulling up for her, should have had people pulling up for you too. That's the energy that needs to be out there.
even like, let's say, for example, the black people who have died in Ireland already, like, did people pull up? Now, I don't know if this is, anyways, Sha, like, the people should have pulled up. There should have been scenarios where things should have been known, and then also people should be like, okay, guys, no, we need to band together and fight this thing. Because I feel like if we band together often, like, people would dare not try us. Because I won't lie, black people as a community, like when we're against certain things like this, because this is like a race thing. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
100% a race.
So
thing.
like we need to like fight back peacefully, not aggressively, but fight back strategically. Because if we banded together to stop this, I feel like definitely we could have did something. Do you
or
get me?
you know, there'd even be at least a bit of fear to stop the disrespect.
Exactly.
Because they know it's something that can't be played with.
Exactly.
Because this is something was like, I love this about like Muslim culture. Muslim people
They
don't,
don't
play.
stand it. Indian
they
people
don't
as well.
play.
They don't. Sorry, Asians. They don't stand it. They don't.
They
stand
don't play.
They don't stand against that stuff, and it just kind of annoys me and upsets me because let's say, for example, now something was happened to me. Are people gonna band together? They say they support me on the gram. They they're here. They're kicking with me. But if something was to happen to me now, where people are calling me out for stuff that I didn't do, I'm innocent. Who's gonna stand beside me? Now I feel like I'm alone. I only have my 5 friends.
I agree with
Do you
that.
get me?
But in this world, you only really should have 5 friends. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you have
straight
too many,
up,
they're
bro.
not all going to ride for you
Like,
the same.
true.
And this is even something else I even want to talk about because this is something that I feel like has been bothering me for a couple of months and a bit. Undercover racists. This is a topic that I am so happy to talk about.
Side-eye crazy.
There is some white people out there, Caucasians, who will do racist things, but because it's not like using derogative terms, they feel like it's not racism. You will do, like to have a black girl and then label thief directly under it when so many other people have not paid you before. Undercover racism. Undercover racism. And if you're not aware of it and if you have a problem with having the conversation about it, undercover racist.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time. Because it made no sense. What, like, how?
And also, the people that banded together to join her are also in association of the undercover racists.
Some actually could say that.
Sorry, they should all be banded together, all of you.
Undercover
together.
racists. Like, it's crazy. Like, I absolutely hate it when people do things that are racist, but because you're not using the direct word, the N-word, or saying, like, even the fact that, like, it kind of encouraged people to then say, go back home. She was bleeding born here.
I got so many go back home like messages. So
Like you are home.
That is home.
Literally.
Like, what made them think that you were, like, you've ever lived in Africa?
But that's like yeah, it's racism, it's microaggressions, it's like discrimination, like it's so many
So
different
many
things. And it just always falls down to ignorance. Do you get me?
Big
That's
time.
not an excuse, by the way. Like, there's just so much ignorance, undercover racists. They don't even say it. And I think what's so sad about it is, like, let's say if anybody who sent you a comment is watching this and they're of the Caucasian colouring, they'll be like, oh. Do you get me? How would you like to be called coloured? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, they literally... What was I going to say?
Sorry, babe, I'm so sorry.
Kiki. What was I saying? Like, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm not racist because, like, I have a friend that's black, or I listen to Tupac or whatever.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? And
Jesus
it's like-
Christ.
Tupac
And-
is crazy.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, listen to ghetto gospel on repeat. Like,
Because they'd be looking for that
remix.
one token black friend, and that one token black
but
friend
that's
that they
that
can
one
point.
thing.
That
this-
one person.
Y'all know that
Can you imagine?
Or the bandanas. But, like, the thing is, they will literally be like, I'm not racist because of these things. And that just shows their ignorance, because they think racism has to do with just one person or one thing. Because they don't say the N-word, they think, oh, I'm in the clear. Do you know what I mean? Or because you have a black friend, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
No, you can still have black friends. You can still listen to black culture. You can still be a part of black culture.
Yeah.
And you can still be racist. And it could be not like, what's the word for like not like purposeful? Like
Unintentional.
Unintentional. But it's like everyone in this world, you gotta keep correcting yourself and understand that I can be wrong. I'm re-educating because the times are always changing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you?
As you can see, we feel extremely passionate about this. It just pisses me off. Like it pisses me
He was
off so
angered.
much.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. If the day you told me, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
And it's happening now, like people are gonna know this.
Your side of it.
Yeah, your side.
I think people do know my side, but just because I feel like everyone in this country just was being negative, like they're just gonna be like, oh, she's lied.
Well, you have the receipts.
Yeah, you do have the receipts. Like,
There's receipts.
because we still had to be skeptical when you brought this to us. So we obviously tried to like match eight, because one plus one was equaling 2, and A, B, and C, D, E, F, G was
Like, I even saw it on her page, and she said her mom is paid, so why is it still there?
Yeah.
Like,
there's a
that's what
small
I
thing.
don't get. So it's
Yeah.
not a case, like, how can you be labeled a thief when you've been paid?
Yeah.
Like, the fact the post was still there labeled thief.
It's not. It's
But
like,
you collected the money.
even if he was sorry, girl.
No, go ahead. You
I
go
was gonna say, even if he was lying, like what was wrong was, first I thought was wrong was your picture in the highlight, thief.
Sure.
Cool. The comments, wrong. You sent the money. No need for beef. This should have all been handled behind closed doors, quick and easy, done. Do you get
Like,
me?
and this is exactly why I felt like it wasn't taken to the guards, was because they didn't have the backup for it.
She doesn't have
I
life.
did,
No, I mean, like, her.
oh, her. Yeah, obviously she couldn't because
Yeah, you're gonna get fined to be.
She wasn't what? What did she have?
She was in the wrong.
she was in the wrong and she was
Have
gonna
a
get fined
license.
because
So
you're
you
not
can't
supposed
you
to
can't
have
even
a-
move legally, but you want to move online with Vim.
Oh yeah, apparently like the filler she was using was like not allowed in the country.
They weren't EU regulated, so she could.
They weren't EU regulated. Wow.
And y'all be going to her. Damn.
You don't know what's getting in your lips.
Damn.
Like when
Respectfully.
when I obviously went to get my lips checked, they
They told you.
they investigated
The doctors?
the lips. Yeah. The fillers weren't EU regulated, and on top of that, you're not supposed to have a business like that in your house because it's actually like cosmetics and needles
Aesthetic.
and that kind of shit. And even if she did something like off, like not use gloves, she could have gotten so much trouble.
Did she use gloves?
She used one glove. That's enough. I guess.
Michael Jackson with it.
Hey.
But to be honest, moral of the story is do not trust men for anything.
Yes.
Don't
I've
get,
learned my lesson the hard way.
but if they're gonna get you a birthday present, so I don't know, whacking the bottle. If they're gonna get you a birthday present, make sure it's paid in full before you get there.
And also have your own backup cash.
Have
just
your
in
backup
case.
cash, because never rely on a man.
Imagine like after 2
Except
hours
my
of
babes,
speaking,
sorry.
this is all we concluded. Do not rely on men.
And also go to licensed practitioners.
Yes. But
Yeah.
always have your own, like, just in case, because you never know these things. You know what I mean? Not saying it's it's been your fault or anything, but just always have a preventative measure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I hope you're not in this situation ever again. In your
No.
life,
Well,
to be honest.
no. It cannot
You've
happen
handled
again.
it very well.
You've handled it very, very
Yeah.
well. Okay, so guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for listening. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And do not go to that place if you know the place we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stay
0 out of 10
Stay
on
away
Yelp.
from zesty men and sassy men.
I never trust men.
Don't go to the cinema.
Don't
5 days
rely
in a
on
row.
men.
Thank you for coming, girl.
Thank you so